Hello everybody, my name is Alan from Sauber-Lab, and today will be another video about Home Assistant. In this video specifically we're going to explain a little bit more about backup. And if you follow the rule 321 and you have a really reliable backup, this video is not for you. But if you're not sure, this video will be correctly for you because we're going to explain how you can backup your Home Assistant directly in your drive which is running the iOS, how you can backup your Home Assistant using an external NAS, and how you can backup utilizando Google Drive. So in this way you try to fulfill the rule 321 and you make sure that if one of the copies fail, you still have another copy to make your system safe. So if you like this idea and want to learn a little bit more about it, we're gonna show in this video. But first of all, don't forget to leave a like, consider subscribe for the channel if you're not subscribed, and let's understand a little bit more about it. So before we start to explain how we can do backup on your Home Assistant, or at least to have a more reliable backup in your Home Assistant, we need to explain how important it is to do backup. Basically, backup is important for you fulfill the rule 321. This rule is basically for you have 3 copies of your data. One it's running, the second one it's in another storage, and the third one it's offsite. So in this way, if perhaps your OS fail, you still have a second copy of your data, and if this data fail as well, you have the third copy. So in the case that have a disaster and all your house burn, let's say, you still have a third copy of your data outside, in a outside storage. So in this way, we're going to show how you can run using external storage, how you can run use a Google Drive. So in this way you're going to be able to fulfill this rule and make your data really secure and make sure that if something happens you still be able to recover it. So in this way now we can jump in my computer and we go step by step how we can do this configuration. First thing, here's my Home Assistant. This Home Assistant I use some configurations. Let's say that I use all the temperature for my house. Today it's quite warm here. If I go here in my lights, I can set up on and off different lights for the house, and if I come here will be different sensors in my house. So have this one in mind. I want to make sure that my data is safe. If perhaps my system fail, I still be able to recover it. So imagine that the hard drive for my OS fail, I can recover it. So normally what I used to do, I used to do backups directly in the hard drive that have OS. And I never stop to think how dangerous do it, because if my hard drive fail, all my data is done and I cannot recover it. So in this way, what I used to do, I come here in settings, come here in system, backup, and I run different copies of this backup to make sure that it's safe there. But this don't guarantee that if everything fail, I will lose everything. So in this way, you need to set up external hard drive. What you can do, you can have a NAS in your network and you can directly allocation to that NAS. This one can be a Synology NAS, can be an OpenMediaVault, can be a true NAS. In my case, I'm using a Synology NAS because I already have the system. So if I come here, I have Synology NAS, but you don't need to use necessary Synology NAS. You can use anything that you have and work for you. The process will be really similar. So if you come here in Home Assistant, you come here in Settings again, in System, you can select the storage. So you can click this storage. I have my storage, what I have 10.9% used, the rest it's free, but I needed to add a new storage. To add a new storage, I can put here add a new storage and I can define a name. Let's say that I will define the name as is Sauber, and here I will define what I will intend to use this storage. In my case it's for backup, but if you have a media or a share, you can use and do the same process for different configuration, but in this case we're only gonna do backup. So in this way I have my backup. I can select the IP for my server. In my case will be 192.168.1.251, exactly the same one that I'm using for my Synology NAS. If I come here, I can define what kind of protocol that I want to use. Most of the systems will use FSMB or Windows, so I select it. If you have any reason to use NFS, you can select as well, but this one will work quite well. Now I needed to define my remote. So if I come here, I already open this page where I want to save all my data here. It's Home, Backup, Home Assistant, Backup. So I will copy exactly this path again. Remember, don't put the two slashes before, otherwise they will not work. So you put your absolute path without volume 1 and without any other information. Imagine that it will be the same process that you're gonna do if you search this folder in your share folder or directly on network. So I come here back and I need to define or add my user and my password. Once that I add my user and my password, I can come here and put connect. If you did the correctly configuration, now you should have this information: network storage, the name of the network, the IP address, 2 dots, and the absolute path. So here you can upload or can delete this information, but I have what I need for this stage. So now I come here back in settings, I come here in system, and now I will click again in backup. First thing, before you select to do another backup, you need to make sure that that storage is selected. So if you click in 3 dots, appear this information, you put check default location, and here you can select which location that you want to save this backup. You can use local data, local disk, or you can use this external storage. In my case, I will leave this external storage and I will put save. In my case, save, so I will not change anything. Now I can close it and I can create a backup. Let's create a partial backup only for my home system to be fast. I will put Sauber and I put create. What it means, they will create my backup, and in a couple of minutes they will finish to set up everything and send to my network. So if you give a minute, you're gonna see that this data that just finished backup with 114 megabytes, I will come here and refresh this page and already have exactly the same storage. So in this way, all your backup is automatically saved there, and that you are sure that will work. But remember, this one you cannot set proper configuration to upload, disupload, delete, and continue on. Only problem for this idea is that they will not recycle automatically. You can set up to make a backup every day, but you cannot set up properly to delete those other revisions over the time. So only have in mind this one, that's time by time you need to clean out your system, otherwise they will use all the space. We have our backup in your NAS, but I want to do in an external storage. To do it, we're gonna use this specific repository. So it will be as Google Drive. And here if you look, they will give a little bit overview how it's work the system, what kind of information that you want to have, and they will go what's the fixtures and step by step how you configure it. Don't worry, I'm gonna show in this video, so you don't need to lose time reading everything and try to understand. To do this configuration, first we copy this link. I will leave in the description so you can copy and you can use exactly the same. We can come here in our home system, come here in settings again, and we go to add-ons. Here in add-ons, we can add a new add-ons, and we need to click again in that 3 dots and put repository. Here in repository, we need to pass this information, put add. What they want to do, they will check if everything's okay, and once that appear, I can close it and refresh the page. In this way will appear next application, your add-on. If you go all the way down, you have a home assistant, Google Drive repository. I can click here and put install. Once that installation is complete, now we can put to watchdog and show in the sidebar, which will allow me to have this one, and I can put start. This start will take a couple of seconds, and once that the system start, we can come here in backup. Now you need to connect to your Google Drive, so we can click in authentication. Now you need to select which storage that you want, and we're gonna put continue. Here they appear this information. We can try to come here and put send credentials. What in my case fail, I believe that in your case will fail, but it's worth to try. What we need to do, we need to copy this information, come here back in my home system and paste this information and put save. In this way, they will appear this page, and if I put no, they will start to upload this information, and once that upload, you're gonna have in your storage. If I come here in my Google Drive, exactly the same one that I have, and refresh this page, you're gonna see that appear this folder called Home Assistant Backup. If I open here, they don't have anything because they're still doing backup. So in this way, once that they finish, those backups should appear there. And what we can do as well, you can create settings. So if you come here in settings, now you can define how many backups that you will do. So in this way, we can set up for, let's say, 7 backups, for I have 7 copies, local and external. So all the time that I will do backup, they will have 7 copies. After this one, they will replace for another copy and will carry on. You can define as a default location or define a specific location. In my case, my Sauber will be great because I wanted to do in external storage, and I can select any other information, but what I want to do is define how often they will do the backup. So I can define every day, every week, every month, and more often, but in my case, once a day for 7 days is enough. After this one, I will know that if my hard drive fail, or if I did an update and it fail, I still have my backup there. I can select what time exactly will be the backup, so in my case will be 8 o'clock, and in this way we don't need to do anything else. We can only go down and save it. One thing that I suggest you to do is to create a password, but this password needs to be saved in a saved place. So if you leave the word for this password in your home system, if perhaps this system fail, your systems fail and all your data is dead. So make sure that you save in another place that is safe. Now after you finish all this configuration, we can put here in save. Once that is saved, we can create a manual backup. So if I put here backup, they will already give full backup and the date that I'm doing the backup. I can put create backup, and that they will create automatically this backup. First they will do the backup. After this one, they will upload this backup to my Google Drive and for my Synology NAS. So if I come here and refresh this page, I already have a few backups copied, and those backups will be add information. Only remember, each backup is using around 550 megabytes, and if I have the free option, I will have 15 gigabytes. So try to don't put so many backups in such a way that in a point that the last backup will not be able to be saved, and keep a little bit margin, because potentially this backup or this storage, potentially these backups will grow up, and that if you leave just about to be completed, potentially you're not gonna be able to do less backup in the future. So have this one in mind. We finish to do backup using my Synology NAS and use my Google Drive. But how I know that this backup work, or how can I be notified for it? You can set up some alerts. So if I come here in settings, I come here in automation and scenario. So here my automation, I can create a new automation. So if I come here and put create automation, I can define what I want. So create a new automation. So if I come here trigger, which trigger that I want it to be entity, and I want it to be a state. Now I can add the name of the entity, so we'll put backup, and they appear already the backup. What I want, it's the backup stele, and if I select this one, I can select information, but what I want to do, it's two problems. So if I have any problem, I will want to be notified. And if I come here and how I will be notified, I can add action. So I want to be a notification. So you put notification. I wanted to send a notification. And which device that I want to be sent this notification, I want it to be my iPhone. So will be notification, and that I already have my iPhone here. I put notification for my iPhone, and I put message. Backup fail. Okay, so in this way, once that backup fail, I will be notified that will be fail, and I can come here and save. I can name this backup fail and put save. So in this way, I know that once that this backup fail, my phone will be notified that fail, and at least I needed to look what is going on. So in this way, we arrive at the end of this video. What we explain is how to do backups using your NAS or using your Google Drive, and in this way you make your system more safe and guarantee that if anything happens, we still be able to recover this data. So if you like this video and think that was interesting, please don't forget to leave a like, consider to subscribe for the channel if you're not subscribed, and see you next time. Bye.